it's time for me to switch out bags again. So I thought it would be a good idea to come on here and we can pack my city tote together. And I also wanted to give you guys an update on what's been going on since I moved back to St. Louis. So let's get into it. Hey, I'm Dre and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Over here, you know that I like what I like, but I'm allergic to full price. If that sounds like you, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload new videos. But guys, it has been so much going on since I moved back to St. Louis. I know that I mentioned maybe last week or the week before last that there was a terrible tornado here, and we are still dealing with the aftermath and the impact of that. I had mentioned doing some volunteer work or possibly signing up for volunteer work, and I did sign up with this organization called Action STL or Action St. Louis, and they were allowing people to sign up for shifts at some of the rec centers here in the city, just to do like product distribution, handout, cleanup, etc., etc. So I had signed up for like a couple of shifts. My schedule is weird though because my work schedule is like Tuesday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So that means that technically the only time that I can really volunteer would be on Sunday and Mondays. So I had signed up for 2 shifts for this past Sunday and Monday, even though I knew Monday was a holiday. They had shifts available, so I signed up for those, and then got an email the night before stating that they were canceling my shift because they were just inundated with volunteers. So y'all, I'm still trying to get out there and get my feet in the street and help out. I also signed up with Red Cross. So they actually called me Friday, but I have not gotten back to them since the holiday. So I'll probably give them a call sometime this week to see if they can place me somewhere quicker than Action St. Louis. But that's kind of what's going on with me in terms of trying to find volunteer opportunities and help out. The other thing that I've noticed though, and this has been really frustrating and disheartening, although unfortunately it's not surprising at all. So I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but this tornado hit the center of our city. It did not hit the outskirts. I mean, it hit the center of our city. And unfortunately, some of the poorest neighborhoods were impacted the most. And I noticed a stark contrast in the response time to the areas in St. Louis that were hit that have people with money versus the regular people. And so what I'm seeing is that those areas that are populated by people with money, the response was crazy. Like they were out there the same day with trucks, shredding up trees and getting debris and stuff out of the ground, off the ground. They were able to get their power restored over the weekend. However, just blocks away in some of the more poor areas, those people were still left without power. No trucks, nobody over there picking up debris, no help from FEMA or anyone else. It's just been terrible. And so it's really brought home for me the importance of really volunteering and not waiting on or expecting help from other people because we know it's not coming. So that's kind of where I am with that. But anyway, that's not what y'all are here for. You want to see how I'm going to pack this bag. So we're going to start there. So first of all, I wanted to show you guys what I did because I decided to use my trigger snap on this bag as a charm since I wasn't able to get the mini Rowan charm in this color, but I did get the trigger snap. So what I did was, let me just move back a bit. So I attached a hook to the strap and then just clip the trigger snap onto the hook. So this little ring came off of one of my other bag charms, like one of those puff bag charms. So I'm using that just so that I can have something substantial to hang this off of. I had initially hung it on my name tag with this chain, but I think the chain is too light, and even with me wrapping the chain so that it doesn't come loose, I'm still afraid that the weight from that trigger snap will eventually make something fall off, and I don't want to lose either of those. So I figured that this would be an easier way to secure a charm or something to this bag without having to attach it to the actual hang tag. So that's what I did there, and I like how that looks. But guys, I am still in this Louis Vuitton. So I've been moving in and out of this bag since I've been in St. Louis. Like if I had an event or something to attend and I had a specific bag in mind, I would switch out of this into the bag that I wanted to wear for that occasion. But for the most part, I have been in this bag since I've been here. So it is time to go ahead and switch out. So that's what we're going to do today. I wanted to show you guys though, I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but I was able to secure the notebook, and I was so happy. So one of my beautiful subscribers reached out in the comments a month or so ago, and told me that she had an extra, but I did not see that comment. And I think she then reached out to me on IG or something, and I did see that, and I responded. She sold this to me for retail, not a cent over, and she shipped it to me super quick. And she also included another free gift, which I've got tucked in here, but this is another notebook that I thought was super adorable. So this is Pusheen's Guide to Naps. So you've got gradual and predictable for ate too much. And then you've got power nap, short and effective, sunny spot, pleasant and warm, and what day is it, dazed and confused. So let's look at those. This is what it looks like on the back. And this is what the pages look like. Super cute. I thought this was super cute and just a really thoughtful gift. So thank you again. You know who you are. So, all right. So guys, the other thing that I wanted to talk about as we were packing this bag is the SLGs that I'm using. So you may or may not remember that I did a reveal for this $20 crossbody bag that I got off Amazon, and I thought this would be a great alternative to purchasing a pouch or a cosmetic case from Culture Dooney, just because of the price. This is obviously not real leather, but it's really cute, and it matches the bag, and it even has gold hardware on it. So I had initially planned on using this in my city tote. However, I forgot that I actually have a quilted terry. So I think I'm going to use this instead, just to keep the brand consistency, since I do have something pink in Coach. Now, this is a little puffier than, well, not a little, it's a lot puffier than this Amazon pouch, but I don't think it's going to take up as much room because it's not quite as long. So what I'm going to stick in here is, let's see here. I'm going to put my wipes in here. My Sweetheart Cherry spray. Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula lotion. My Poopery. This Valentino Born Aroma travel size. Now I'm going to stick that in the back compartment in this bag, just because I don't want the cap to come off. This is a sample. What is this? Oh, guys, this smells so good. So this is Gentle Fluidity Gold by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I like to layer this with Baccarat Rouge 540. They smell super good together, but this by itself is good, but it has like a musky scent to it. But I'm gonna stick that in the same compartment with the Born Aroma, just so, because it's so small. So then I have just the L'Oreal Infallible lip paint. What color is this, y'all? My eyes are not the greatest, and this stuff is so little. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read this. Okay, this is 316 Wild Rose, and that's actually what I'm wearing right now. Then I have a plumping lip gloss from, I don't know who this is, but I got this from Sally Beauty years ago, and it's really good. It's like a grape color, but I think it really does work in terms of plumping, because it does make my lips look fuller. At least I think they do. And I was able to, y'all, I can't read this, but I was able to Google this. It's double XL plumping gloss maybe a year or so ago on Amazon, and found one just like it. So I was able to purchase 2 more of these, and I have one that's not even open yet, that's just waiting. So this one is about halfway done. But I really like it. If I didn't have on anything, I would show y'all what this looks like on, but I'm not doing all of that today. And then just a regular lip balm. This is like something I got from Sephora. This is just like a clear watermelon scented or flavored lip balm. A manicure kit. That's also going to go in the back pocket with the perfume samples. And my hand sanitizer. So we zip this up, and this is what it looks like here. So guys, the other thing this is gonna be funny that I noticed that it's just gonna take me a minute to get acclimated to certain things here in St. Louis. So I was able to find a loctician. I scheduled this consultation for Wednesday of last week and went over there. The area that the shop is in is really nice. The people in the shop were really nice, including the customers. The lady who's going to be doing my hair was super nice and has a lot of experience and training. So I'm really excited about working with her and, getting some new styles. We've talked about color and everything. So I'm super excited about that. They do nails. They also do like lashes and brows. But I was kind of apprehensive about getting all of my services in one spot because typically I only get my hair done like maybe every 6 to 8 weeks. And normally that's at least a 3-hour visit. And if I get color, it could be more. So keeping that in mind and then knowing my work schedule, most people who do hair don't work on Mondays, which is the day that I have off. So I just know that I'm probably not going to have all day to be there on my day off or after work. So for instance, if I have to schedule a late appointment at like 5 o'clock after I get off work, I'm not going to have time to get hair done and manis and petties. So with that in mind, I was thinking I may need to find another salon or another shop to get my hands and feet done. So guys, I was trying to do what was convenient. And so I went to a place that's not far from where I live. And guys, it was just so hood. It was ridiculous. So first of all, it was a huge shop. It was more like a warehouse than a nail spa, if you ask me, because there were at least 30 chairs or, like workstations, and every one was full. Like they had at least 30 technicians in there and everybody was seeing somebody. So that alone for me felt like complete chaos because I walked in and didn't know what was going on. But then guys, so I finally get checked in because I did schedule an appointment and I went on ahead and decided to get the mani and pedi. So I check in, sit down, and I'm looking around and they're playing rap music. Now, y'all know, well, you may not know, but hip hop is my first love. Like nobody on here loves rap more than I do. But dude, I do not want to listen to Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion when I'm getting my hands and feet done. So that was like a second red flag or strike for me. The third strike was some of the nail technicians, and I don't know what their nationality was. I don't know. I can't tell if they were Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese. I don't really know. But talking to them, they were really nice. I will say that everyone there was really nice and super friendly. And they did have what you want to call like an Asian accent. You could tell that they were Asian by the way that they spoke. However, they also had a twang. Like they sounded like me, if y'all know what I'm saying. And then on top of that, they were walking around with vapes, and I saw two of the technicians openly vaping in the salon, and I'm like, shouldn't y'all be like in the back doing that and not in front of customers? So it was really weird. And then the other thing that kind of threw me off was they had slushy machines. I asked for a bottle of water, which I was provided, but they were also handing out slushies. And I thought that was weird because it's a nail salon. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what's in those slushies? How often do they clean those things? And since they're serving stuff that they have to make themselves, is the Department of Health coming in here and grading them like they would do any other restaurant or place that serves drinks? So that kind of threw me off. I just thought they was real ghetto, just like super hood. So I won't be going back. And then she didn't do a good job with my nails either. So it's been really interesting, like finding or getting connected with services here, just because I'm used to things being a certain way in Tennessee. And I've noticed that because of where I live, I'm going to have to drive farther out to get the level of service that I'm used to getting in Nashville. So that's just that. But anyway, let's just get back to what's in this bag. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and switch out my essentials. So I was using this in my Louis Vuitton. So I'm gonna go ahead and just switch out into this. So I got this wallet in both colors. Y'all, that pastel drop was everything. So yeah, I got it in both colors. So I'm gonna just switch out from the yellow into the pink. So I haven't really done much local shopping since I've been here, but I have done a little bit of shopping, y'all. And there's something that I got that I do want to show you guys, and I'm going to show you in just a second as soon as I get all of this stuff situated. But the other thing about that nail shop that I didn't like was I'm going back tomorrow because they're going to have to redo my hands. So I don't really like acrylic or like artificial nails. I just like to keep it simple and natural. And so I normally will get just like a gel manicure. I think the gel makes the manicure last longer and it keeps my nails hard. So that's what I typically roll with. So this lady wanted to use a drill on my nails for gel, and I was just not with that. And she tried to explain why, and I stood my ground on that because I don't like that. Back in the day when I was younger and I used to get the acrylic nails, I didn't like the drill then because I don't like what it does to your natural nail. It took years of me refraining from acrylic nails for my nails to grow back even. Like they were so lumpy because of all the different times where they had been like thinned down with the drill. I just don't like that. And I didn't understand why for gel manicures she wanted to use a drill on my nail. I've been getting gel for over 10 years and nobody has ever asked to use a drill. Normally they can buff it, you know what I'm saying, well enough to get my surface rough enough for the gel to stick properly. So I think because I refused to let her put that drill on my nail, she made it a point to do a sloppy job with my hands because the coats that she put on were way too thick. And I knew this stuff was going to peel up, and it's already starting to peel up. So I'm going to probably go back there today or tomorrow and make them redo this. So since I only have about 70 cents and change, I did use the zipper compartment on here. Normally I would use a separate coin pouch, but like I said, since I didn't have a lot of change, I decided to just use this. So this goes in here. So I also have my corner zip wristlet. So there are some things here that I have in my mini pochette that can go in there, including my Kleenex, my extra strength Tylenol, my straw, my Visine, and I don't need both of these. I'm gonna use this one, the Fenty VIP. It's that in there. So those fit just fine. And then I have my headphones. I'm gonna just throw them in here loose. You know, the case is pretty substantial. I'm not worried about them falling out or messing up or anything. And then my I'm gonna put this, you know what, I'm not gonna put this in a corner zip wristlet. I'm gonna stick this in the zipper compartment in the tote. So it'll go in the zipper compartment. I forgot to take the case off of my phone, but the case will also go in the zipper compartment. And then I also have my umbrella. So that's it. That's all I'm carrying in this bag. Now, it is a little heavy with all of this stuff in here, but it's a shoulder bag. You know, it's a tote bag, so it won't get heavy on my arm at all. These straps are super comfortable. Oh, and I forgot, I'm going to throw my Ray-Bans on top. I don't know if I showed y'all these. I just ordered these. So I've had the worst experience, or the worst luck, I should say, with aviator glasses. And I've ordered 2 or 3 pairs from Amazon that just wasn't giving what they needed to give. And they left indentations on my cheeks even after just wearing them for 5 minutes. And I could never understand why, because they didn't feel too big or too small and they weren't uncomfortable. So I decided to go ahead and just break down and get some Ray-Bans. And I haven't had the same issue with those. But these are what I ordered. I thought they were super cute. I didn't want to spend that money on sunglasses right now, but I just think this is an investment. So it is what it is. But before we get out of here, I want to show you guys one thing that I did pick up when I was out shopping last week. And it was a pair of Nikes. So I try to get, y'all know I like pink, and especially if I can get a cute sneaker that's pink or that has pink in it. In the last few years, I've been getting like either Air Force Ones or Jordans every year around this time with some type of pink or red in them. Last year I got, where are they? So last year I got these right around Valentine's Day. But they had the cutest Air Force Ones when I was at City Gear last week, and I just had to grab them. So here they are. I just thought these were super cute. I love the red or burgundy accents here. And I like this. It's like a, almost feels like velvet. I just thought these were super cute, and they would definitely look really nice with my Coach powder pink pieces. So that's all that I have for you today, guys. I just want to come on here, chat a little bit, show you guys what I'm putting in my bag and these shoes. Comment down below and let me know what you think about what's been going on here in St. Louis. And don't forget, if you're going to buy it anyway, you may as well save a few coins. Talk to you later. Bye.